Hey everybody, welcome back to 14 Rings, an NFC East podcast, Christmas edition. Well, not really Christmas edition. We're just recording on Tuesday night, and Christmas Eve is going to be when this thing comes out. Check out our episodes. There's a jolly, big guy that wears red and, delivers gifts. I don't really deliver gifts, but, I'm jolly. I'm a big guy, and I, wearing red today. So, figure we're in the Christmas spirit. Everybody got their little things. Maurice got his Christmas bell, Mal got her ugly sweater, and JT got his Christmas hat and scarf. So that being said, week 16, oof for most of us. Not for Maurice, but we'll get into that. We'll also get into the matchups. Let's first go over our predictions for the preseason. Week 16, for me and Maurice's matchup, me and Earl had the Commanders winning. Mal and Maurice had the Commanders losing. And, of course, inverse, me and JT have the Commanders losing. The Eagles losing. And Mal and Maurice had the Eagles winning. Cowboys, only one person predicted them to win that matchup, and that was Mal.
Dang, I was almost perfect.
And then for the Giants, I was the only one predicting them to win that game. They did not. But it was a lot closer than I think people expected. So there is that. So, True. And we'll get into all that, of course. But, of course, we're going to start off with the main event. Eagles versus Commanders. First matchup of the season. GG's, Maurice.
GG's.
All right, winner goes first. Go for it.
You know what? I'll let you go first. I'll pass. I'll defer.
Is this the Christmas spirit?
I'll defer. I'll pass.
Yeah.
You're going to let me go first? Well, thank you for the gift of giving, Maurice. I will take advantage of that. Look, the game. Let's see. The game started out good for us. We were keeping track. Did we give up after? Look, when you have your third string quarterback in, I don't think anybody expects you to win. You just try to manage and get through the game the best you can. Josh Johnson has been a journeyman for a very long time. He is like 38 years old or something like that, or feels like it at least. Look, you're going to get deflated when your second string starting quarterback gets out. He's probably not going to play. And I'll get into all the moves that we made after the game, because that honestly has made me more pissed off than the actual game itself. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, it's going to be hard to win a divisional game, especially without your starting quarterback, without your backup quarterback, Josh Johnson. And I believe Jerry McNichols would have been the emergency third string quarterback if anything had happened.
Correct.
Because it was supposed to be first Luke McCaffrey, then Colson Yankoff, then Jalen Lane. All three were injured at that point. It's a rough matchup. That being said, I did see some positive things. Do I think that we had a chance if we had Jaden and, fully healthy roster? Sure. But, we weren't healthy. They weren't healthy. At the end of the day, though, I think that we played, especially in the first half, I think we played good. We did, we lost 29 to 18. So not like an overall great look, but they put on. We were winning until the third quarter. We were doing what we needed to do. Running game, we talked about it, Maurice. Running game did what it needed to do. Terry, we got that deep bomb to Terry, which, I definitely gave us some energy. Traylon Burks looked good yet again. I don't know, man. We got the fumble recovery on the kickoff from K. Madrano. Shout out to him. Momentum was in our favor. We just couldn't finish it out. It's simple as that. We couldn't finish it out. And look, it's hard to finish out anything with the third string quarterback. It's going to be a rough game against the Cowboys. That being said, I kind of want to talk more about the moves that we made after the game, because that has pissed me off more than the actual game. So tell me this, guys. If you have a guy on your practice squad for 2 years and he's like your essentially like fourth string quarterback, you would have him as your second stringer for most games if you lost your primary and your backup quarterback, right? Right? Can we all agree on that? As an
emergency quarterback.
Yeah, right? Yeah, he's your fourth stringer for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, for some reason, to Cliff Kingsbury, his explanation was, oh, he's not going to get a lot of reps in practice. We need somebody ready to play for the game. No. And I get that he looked bad in preseason, but guess what? This is what you've been training for, developing him for the past 2 years. And you go and get, granted, Jeff Driscoll was on the team last year. I get that. However, no. No, 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 no. This is the time to see what Sam Hartman has. Either he has it or he doesn't. And instead, you're just going to shelf it. And this is a trend because this isn't the only bad move. Instead of going for a young guy, they're still trying to play for some. What are we playing for? Like, I'm sorry, I get that like divisional main games matter and ending the season strong is important. But how can you possibly have a real thought that you're going to win either one of these games against a divisional rival when, like, and I'm not trying to be defeatist here, but I'm being realistic. If you win these games with young guys, great. That means you're developing them the right way. If you're too afraid to play them, either one, you haven't developed them the right way, or two, you don't have the right mindset of not only, yes, obviously you try to win the game, but you want to develop long term too. And this is a problem that me and JT talked about a few weeks back when we were talking about this the first time. Dan Quinn does not want to play young guys unless he has to, or he really, really trusts him. He's a veteran coach. He does better with veteran teams. He is only now starting to trust Jordan McGee. And Jordan McGee's been looking great. That was one of the positives from our game. But like overall, he hasn't been really trusting young guys outside of Jordan McGee, Jaden Daniels. And like you've been forced to trust Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane, Traylon Burks. But like really, I mean, like I get that Antonio Hamilton played good, but like you have guys on the roster, and I want to point this out because like somebody tweeted this, and this person is called Womanders. Shout out to him. I want him because he made a good point. Commanders need to start a QB to start 26-year-old Sam Hartman. No, sign 32-year-old Jeff Driscoll. Yes, Commanders need a wide receiver. Elevate rookies Ja'Cory Brooks and Jacoby Jones, 27. Or Tate Martin. No, they're not going to do that. Instead, they claimed off of waivers Jamal Agnew, who's 30, Robbie Chosen, who's 32, and 32-year-old Chris Moore, and cut Tate Martin. Make this make sense, guys. Commanders need a defensive tackle. Instead of, elevating Ricky Barber from the practice squad, they claim off of waivers, yet again, Shy Tuttle. And Commanders need a cornerback. Instead of elevating Carl Viggers, they signed 32-year-old Antonio Hamilton Sr. Now, that's an old move, but do you guys see the problem here? We're supposed to be a rebuilding team, but we're not trusting the young players. Now, you could say, oh, well, the coaches don't see what they need to see in practice. Practice can only show you so much. You need live game action. And look, this is the perfect opportunity against, like, yes, I get having momentum going into next year. But like most of these veterans are not going to be on the team next year. These young guys, if you're being a rebuilding team like you're supposed to be, are going to probably be either on the practice squad or on the actual squad. What are we doing? Yes,
Lucas,
JT. Yeah.
It's depth move. It's basically adding depth to your team. You're already taking a hit from the injuries. If some guys can't play, they're there either special teams or to fill in the number that needs on the roster. Agnew, he's a special teams guy. Maybe, just maybe, pairing him with Lane. I'm not sure about the other guys, but at least Agnew is a special teams guy. But if they
had Chris Moore returning punts, yeah.
So, like, he's done return games. So I know about Agnew. I'm not sure about the other guys, but I think they're like depth pieces moves going into the week. They may not have enough ramp up to play, but they're at least on the roster just in case.
But that's my point, though. These guys have been in a practice squad all year. Why not elevate them for these depth pieces? They haven't. And it does not appear like they're going to.
How many times some of the players have been elevated? Because you only have 3 times to be elevated.
So Ja'Cory Brooks has, I think, maybe been elevated once. Jacoby Jones, I know, has been elevated once. They've signed and waived Robbie Chosen and Chris Moore multiple times.
Back and forth?
Yeah, back and forth. Waived them, then added them to practice squad, and then re-elevated them. or sign them to the main roster.
You can do that. But...
Yeah, I know. And then you have Shy Tuttle was claimed. I don't think I've ever seen Ricky Barber play. I could be wrong. Same thing with Carl Vickers. I've seen both of them in preseason. I don't recall, and I mean I could be wrong, but I don't recall seeing either one of those guys in the regular season.
Did they at least play preseason? Are you familiar
these guys?
with that?
Yes, they both. Carl Vickers and Ricky Barber both played preseason, and they've been on the practice squad the whole time. Does not make sense to me.
Either special teams or just extra depth.
I don't know. This feels like malpractice in terms of player development for me. And look, when I cover the NBA, and you guys know I'm an NBA guy first, I've been doing that for a lot longer than this, but you develop young players when you know your season is lost. When you're on your third string quarterback and you are not getting into the playoffs, you play that just makes the most sense to me. I don't know. Mal, Maurice, am I wrong here? Like, is this not making sense? Is the math not mathing, or am I just being a Grinch of a fan today?
You're a mean one.
I am a mean one today. Bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, listen, in the end, when it comes to, you can kind of get it from my side. You feel how you feel as a fan, especially with how bad a product of what recently has been being put out by the Commanders. I think that it sucks too, though, in the general scheme of things, that you did lose Jaden Daniels for a good portion of the year. So that is difficult. However, we've been on to next season for a little while now. In the end, I think you guys gave them a really, tough shot in the beginning of the game. It kind of pulled away a little afterwards, but you guys, and we'll talk more about it in the off season, but you gotta get more young guys on the team. The vets ain't gonna cut it anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we getting these 30-year-old guys when we're already the oldest team instead of going for some young guys? That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe he might decide to play the young guys and just have them as a contingency plan if it doesn't.
I mean, maybe, but you need to elevate the guys from the practice squad first, and they haven't. And I don't know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they're probably just shuffling up some things. I know on my side for my team, they've shuffled up stuff, but just gotta see how it plays out.
Yeah, so you guys play Thursday, so you should see something tomorrow about who's getting elevated and who's not.
And also check your injury report too.
Yeah.
Injury report. Yeah, we got some guys on IR now. I guess I should pull that up real quick. Let me pull that up real quick.
And you guys should be on a youth movement right now. You have nothing else to lose. So, I mean, I would have. Hartman would have been the right pick for that quarterback position for the second string at least. If you want to go Josh Johnson, cool. I mean, I didn't see anything great.
I didn't either. Yeah, no. I mean, I get that you might want a steady hand, but at least have Hartman there. Oh, so IRs. Eddie Goldman and Jalen Lane have officially been put on IR for the season as well.
Ooh.
Okay, so the Agnew.
Oh, wait a second. I need to note something. We have waived Jamal Agnew with a failed physical.
Oh, never mind.
Yep, we can cross that one off the list.
So,
and shout out to well, I mean, we'll talk about. I guess we can talk about Pro Bowlers. Tress Way got Pro Bowl, third-time Pro Bowler. Good job, Tress. I mean, let's see here. Yeah, those are the main ones. So anyway, maybe we'll see Ja'Cory Brooks or Jacoby Jones. We've seen Jacoby Jones. I expect to see him. Anyway, Sorry.
All right, let's get to the winning side of this conversation.
Oh, okay. So that's why you wanted to go, because you just wanted to take that shot. I see how it is.
I got more coming. I got more shots coming.
Sometimes you eat bird for Christmas too, not just Thanksgiving.
You eat birds, you mean? As you chug on your whatever.
Dang. I think he was trying to deliver a shot. I don't know if you understood.
It was a shot. It was a shot. Sometimes instead of ham, sometimes you can have bird instead for Christmas.
Okay. Well, all right. I got another shot for you coming.
Got a deep and plucking feathers and stuff.
Anyway, we're bald eagles over here. That's what we are. Bald eagles.
Still not fair.
Anyway, like Lucas mentioned, we won 29-18. This was a game that I was anticipating, but due to the NFL schedule makers, they put this towards the end of the season. I really wanted to see year 2 Jaden Daniels against the Philadelphia Eagles. I really did. But unfortunately, we're going to wait till next year. That sucks. But
put it on your Christmas list for next year.
I want to play out early next year, too. Early.
Week 1.
Yeah. I'll take another divisional match.
Leave a message for Santa in July.
The game started out rough. Will Shipley had a fumble to start the game off. We had special teams issues pretty much all season. Can't let that happen going into the playoffs. But when the offense got rolling, it looked pretty good. We still focused on A.J. Brown. He got a lot of targets. But overall, everybody ate. Once again, less is more with Jalen Hurts. He only had 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. But that's a Jalen Hurts game. I think we all come to know at this point. So what me and Lucas really talked about in our matchup was the running game. Whoever's going to rush and stay focused, dedicated to the rush, was going to have a good chance of winning this game. And that was the Eagles. And I mentioned Saquon roasted the Commanders' defense last season, and he pretty much got back on the right side of things in this game. 21 carries for 132 yards and a touchdown. Is this
the best game he's had this season? It feels like it is.
Maybe one of them. He ran like his best game of the day too. In that game. So the touchdown he had, he couldn't be stopped. And he didn't want to go down. So tackling has always been an issue for the Commanders. I've noticed all season. They just decided not to tackle certain people. I don't know why.
Yeah, towards the end, I think we kind of gave up to be fair. Those last 2 touchdowns by Saquon and then Tank. Yeah, I think we had already been morally defeated. Also, Quan Martin cannot take a good angle as a safety to save his life. He needs to be switched to slot. But that's another conversation for another day.
The football on the offensive side was really passed around a lot. I liked it. Our offensive line was sound. Defensively, obviously, we're going up against a backup and a third-string quarterback. So it is what it is. But Cooper DeJean, shout out Cooper DeJean, he had an interception. He was also named to the Pro Bowl with Quinyon Mitchell, who you forgot in your graphic.
Oh, he was not listed on the release that I saw.
Fair enough. Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter. I actually think Jordan Davis should have gotten that over Jalen Carter. But that's just my opinion. And Cam Jurgens. So, overall, a really good football game, a divisional matchup. With that loss, you obviously knocked out the Cowboys from playoff contention. But with that said, for the first time in 21 years, we have a back-to-back divisional champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, to celebrate,
oh jeez,
I have this right here.
What is that?
For the champions only.
Oh, are we going to do that? Okay, then ship that off next year when you don't get it.
For the champions only, NFC East champions, Philadelphia Eagles.
You think he's smooth, JT? You think he funny? Okay.
Next year, it'll be a brand new fight for now. We're celebrating. They got some fancy t-shirts. I don't care about that. But we're going into the playoffs with hopefully a second seed, but right now it might be third seed. But last year we were second seed, so it could happen. Anything can happen. But we have a chance. We have a chance to defend our title, our Super Bowl championship in the playoffs, and let the best team win. But with that, questions, comments, concerns, I'll take them all.
I think you funny, and you're going to be mad when you're going to have to mail that out next year.
Mail this out? Oh yeah, no, bro.
It's gonna come to Orlando, Florida.
No, bro.
That's where it's coming.
Oh,
Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you started a thing now, Maurice. Now we're gonna have a championship belt. You put it on, so now it doesn't have to be that one, but you're gonna have to send out one.
Earl's cooking.
Oh, JT is definitely feeling himself right now. So actually, I'm done. I'm gonna let him go because I think you done pissed him off.
I have nothing to piss Earl off about. This is what the winners get right here. This is what the winners get.
See, now you just
the tap.
Okay.
What did if for all the wrestling fans out there, what did the Nature Boy Ric Flair say? To be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are on top. Woo!
All I remember is 21-0 squander, 24-21.
That's one loss. One loss.
Okay.
We'll take that.
Right.
I remember Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo wrecking them, but that's old times. That's one of two wins. One of two.
We're 5-2 in the division.
That's done.
5-2 in the division. 5-2 in the division with one game left.
1-2.
We will see. All right. Let's. Who's up next?
Earl.
Oh Lord. Okay. I'm just gonna mute myself, buddy. Good buddy, you got this.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
He's fine.
Got it.
I didn't see him addressing the conscience. Like I didn't see him cooking up with the conscience. So I think we're gonna have a good one.
I think the conscience got murdered. That's what I think happened.
Well, that's Jerry Jones's fault, but
yeah, we kind of talked about it before we recorded, but I agree with what Earl's going to say about the Cowboys. So
I'm ready.
Cool. All right. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys played the Los Angeles Chargers. It was an early game. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Chargers won 34-17. Early part of the game, it looked like it was going back and forth, but yet again, defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, and we really couldn't get in. We couldn't get to Justin Herbert to the point where, this guy had a near perfect game. And give me one second. It does here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with what went wrong in this game. Too many injuries. Demo, he got a concussion. I'm really questioning just a situation where I really need to see Overshown in the full healthy offseason. It's just the back and forth from the injuries and so on, and now a concussion. So more than likely he's not going to play the rest of the season. I'll shut him down. Really in the hunt for another linebacker, but that's another time. Flournoy had a knee injury. The linebacker, I think it was Perryman, hit him. He got suspended for 2 games. Apparently he had a situation where he hit another guy at one point during the season, leading to Flournoy hurting his knee. He avoided a torn ACL. He only has a knee sprain. So depending on how healthy he is going into this matchup against the Commanders, he may play or not. I think shutting him down, probably leading him up to the Giants if he's up to it. But I'm just at the point. I'm just trying to get through this season without any more late injuries going into next season. Another thing went wrong. Flush Flus. They think putting him in the box is going to help him on the situation. Couldn't see what was on the field in the first place. What makes you think him seeing in the press box, he can see what else is wrong? We know what's wrong. Him. Get him out of the organization.
We had the same thing with Joe Witt, man. You just got to go through the motions before you get rid of him.
Yeah. Nah, he was cooked before. He was cooked before the bye week, but yeah, White Cotton got a chance to command the defense on the sideline, but I feel like he didn't have a full test drive of it because the different language in the room with Flus still in the building. Now, I would have wanted them to remove Flus, but knowing Jerry, he doesn't fire certain coaches till the very end of the season. I can see some news happening by the time after the postseason or whatnot. But yeah, Foos just got to be out of the building. I'm not going to go into too much of a rant dealing with him. I'm pretty much done with him. I can at least tell you this. Every time I see somebody that looks like Foos, it makes me sick to my stomach.
That's called PTSD, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's made it difficult this season. I got a chance to see my offense achieve top 5 rankings and be bottom of the barrel on defense, where if you just played a little bit better defense, only time will tell some of these matchups on how they will be displayed. So, yeah, this season overall, my defense was a huge letdown. Another thing went wrong, too much Dak in this game. Now, Dak, you know that you don't have anything to play for. I understand there's a record under display. You got over 4,000 yards. You don't need the touchdown record. You already passed Tony Romo as the all-time leading passer in Cowboys history. I don't want to risk you getting hurt. And if you go out here throwing the ball more and get yourself hurt, I'm going to swing on you. Because you're taking away what leading into next season, we need you healthy. And if you're out here throwing the ball and whatnot and taking ill-advised hits, I honestly would shut them down. But they still have something that they're playing for. I don't know what, but yeah, I would just kind of be at the point of like seeing what Joe Milton has and just kind of shut down some of the stars like CD, Pickens. I'll get to them in the good, but
I saw a report that said that Jerry Jones is going to start Dak the last 2 weeks. I don't know why. That's a scary situation if you're a fan.
If it's too much Dak, I'm going to swing on him. But I would rather Shadi just sit him down because I need whatever talent and what he has left going into next season. I don't want to risk it even to the tail end of the season where some of these injuries are like ramping up quickly and it's affecting the season next season. So I'm trying to make sure my guys are healthy as possible going into the end of the season and getting to the off season. But yeah, apparently there's something to play for. And yeah, if you want to be a knucklehead and whatnot, so be it, number 4. But things that went right in this game, George Pickens is back for a week. And yeah, he's adding more into his game. I just want Dallas to really understand that. And with him and CD as number 1 receivers, yes. Point blank, yes. Pickens in this game has 7 receptions, 130 yards, and 1 touchdown. He was abusing the secondary when he had the chance to get the ball in his hands. CeeDee Lamb, 6 receptions for 51 yards. He achieved his 5th straight 1,000-yard season. Congratulations, CD. And he achieved that with less games into the season, which truly shows what CD can do. And man, oh man, I wish if he was fully healthy through this season. Sky's the limit. But yeah, my offense is fine. Now, I know there's some shakeup in the offensive line where Tyler Smith moved from guard to tackle. And they're planning on having him tackle for the rest of the season. I'm not sure who they're going to plug in at left guard. I don't trust TJ Bass. He got cooked in this game. Guyton, his health is an issue right now. Got BB, Tyler Booker, and Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele is getting a bad rap where you know this guy is a mauler on the run game, but yet you want to crucify him on the passing game, knowing he's coming off an ACL tear. I don't want to get Terrence Steele removed from this team because he's a worthy asset on this line. And it's just a false narrative right now between him and Diggs. Well, I didn't even get into the Diggs situation. Diggs played in this game as well. And he's taking heat over Will Route on a cover 2 touchdown that was not his fault. Now, looking at the film, there was some tendencies that he was lacking on, but that one for the touchdown, that was not on him. His job was to cover the flats and the cover two. Him carrying Lad McConkey to the end zone was not his job, where the safety should have, that was his job. After the flats was covered, safety should do that. But that just adds to the mediocrity of the defense where, yeah, my secondary is just bad. They just need a complete overhaul. But I would keep Diggs. And yeah, just the receivers, they were under display in this game. And I'm happy that Pickens stepped up where he needed most. And I just think the criticism on him is just, they're just putting out a false narrative on him where just allow him to mature, allow him to grow, because one receiver and where he previously was at, yeah, it got suspended, but that's further news later. But Pickens, yeah, he's going to be my player of the game, but I'm going to do a double for player of the game. I'm going to give it the CD as a pair with Pickens. I have two receivers that went over 1,000 yards. I would like to keep that going for years to come. But yeah, I digress. What y'all got?
I got two questions for you. One, do you think Eberflus was handcuffed with the Micah Parsons trade to start the season? And I'm gonna you gonna answer that one. I give a second one.
Oh, go ahead with the second question now.
The second question is, I forgot what the second question is, so forget it.
Not a problem.
I forgot.
I don't think it was to the point of a handcuff with Micah. I think Eberflus was handcuffed to Shoddy, him being his supposed to be a mentor for Shoddy. I don't think Shoddy needed a mentor, especially with Eberflus, especially with Eberflus' bad track record. And I just found out that Eberflus is a Trojan horse coach, and he's one of those puppets for Jerry Jones where Jerry wants to try to co-coach, so he does that in the embodiment of certain coaches. Yeah. But Shoddy really shouldn't have had Eberflus in the first place. Jerry pretty much ruined this season by hiring Eberflus. And coming to find out, he hired Eberflus before he hired Shoddy. And this is before they even had the head coach. So what they were trying to implement there, it really hurt the progression, what Shoddy was doing, especially on the offense side of the ball, where he had to babysit Eberflus on the defense, which took away from the offense on what they could have truly done. I think my offense would have been even more potent if Shoddy just fully stayed on the offense, and at least Eberflus being what his record was beforehand as a linebacker whisperer, and just being able to work better on the defense side of the ball. He's not that guy anymore. And I was wrong when they did hire him, that I was thinking, oh, hey, he's going to help the linebackers. He's not doing anything to help them moving forward. Guys playing out of position and whatnot. And in Jerry's words, and I've never heard Jerry say this, it was just his organization skills, the structure, team underachieved. And he's putting this blame on himself, where I've never heard him say this before. And I'm not saying that he's looking to try to step down as GM, because honestly, I think that's a bad idea for it. Because what I want from Jerry, I want the gambler Jerry. Now, I know I talked about with him having that one chip in his back pocket. He has a couple of chips in his pocket. I'm banking on maybe 3 or 4. I want that gambler Jerry. I don't want the Jerry that's like putting 20 toes down on his coaches. Shoddy showed what he can do. I think Jerry should have been right for him to trust Shoddy more, where he shouldn't have put Eberflus on. Allow Shoddy to pick his coaches. And I think that's what's going to happen this offseason. But yeah, I think Jerry just what really impressed me with what Jerry said during this week, he took on to what happened with the Cowboys, and I respect that. But I need to see a resolution to the situation. And the Micah thing, that one he was in his feelings. But I think he just did a little too much. If he would have just allowed Shotty to trust him in hiring his coaches, it would have been better. I don't think Eberflus should have been back on his team. But yeah, I think that for Eberflus, I really think this team would have been better if Eberflus wasn't even on this team.
Okay.
What was the second question?
Oh, I forgot it. So just
you don't remember.
Well, I'll say this then. I believe Pickens will get this extension, but it's not to what a lot of folks are thinking it's going to be to, where he'll still be with the Cowboys, but it's not going to be under attack. I digress.
You muted.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's fair. It'll be really interesting if they let him hit the market. I don't think they do. I think they probably do franchise him. But that's an off-season conversation, and trust me, we will have plenty of episodes of our main episode here and our solo episodes to talk about free agents, draft, all that stuff. We have some really fun content that I'm baking up that I'm going to tell these guys about after our episode and then tell you guys about after the season. In the meantime...
I got some episodes myself.
Oh, I'm sure, but we're going to be doing some stuff that makes sure that we keep everything the same for all fans so that everybody can experience the same thing regardless of what team you follow here. That being said, Mal, you got something to talk about, right?
We got to do this again. All right, only two more weeks.
I'm
two more after this, and then I'm done.
You're a real warrior.
I'm free.
You're a warrior.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
All right, so I'm just going to preface by saying that I'm not going to talk much about the game because I'm tired of talking about the games because it's all the same stuff. So I have another thing that I'm going to talk about a little more. So I'm a cook. Let me cook, and then I will get thoughts, concerns, cries of outrage. So
wait. I thought you were a weather woman.
Well, I'm cooking today.
Oh, okay.
I'm channeling Maurice.
I was going to say that's Maurice, but okay, cool.
Let her cook.
Maurice handed me the spatula. I'm on duty. So,
yes,
long story short. Yes, chef. Heard. So, the Giants lost to the Vikings 16-13. Shocking. Only won 2 games this year. Shocking. I'm glad I was the only one, by the way, that had them going 3-14 because honestly, that might come true. But I'm hoping at this point that it doesn't. I hope we stay where we are, but more to come. So anyway, offense played horrible. Jackson Dart, worst game he's had this year. It's okay. He's a rookie. It happens. I'm not going to give him too much of a problem about it. Mike Kafka called an absolutely atrocious game. He's coaching scared. I don't know why he's coaching scared. He's listening to the outside media, which is now going to lead me into my rant. The Giants are not so giant anymore. They're not so mighty. They're small. They're little. This is the depiction of the New York Giants right here. Small, little men, okay? That is number one. Number two, I know the media has always been on us. Big market. New York media is really tough. I really have debated leaving Twitter, guys, because I just can't hear it anymore. Just the stupidity after the stupidity after the stupidity. The stuff where people don't even know what they're talking about. I got people arguing with me in my mentions that Jackson Dart has had 5 concussions. When did that happen? Can anyone tell me when he had 5? Not what he was checked for, what he was out for. How many concussions has the man had?
Like 1?
2.
There you go. One. He had 1.
Yeah.
1 that went over 2 weeks. He didn't clear protocol. Jackson Dart has had 1 concussion. And people are sitting there in my mentions telling me he had 5. That's number 1. Number 2, I got people telling me that I should draft Mendoza, who, I'm sorry, Dart coming out of college was a better prospect than Mendoza, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Okay?
Agreed.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Why? In what world? First of all. Second of all, the kid's a rookie. We haven't even gotten a full season with him. And not for nothing, lost his head coach that believed in him, handpicked him, put everything he had into him. Now has an interim head coach who, I don't know what he's doing. Mike Kafka, bro, whatever tryout you're trying to do to be a head coach, not working, son, because you are not even literally letting Jackson Dart throw the ball. So it's either like a fantastic tank job, which Roger Goodell was on the sideline for, so maybe he'll see that, or you don't trust him, or you're coaching scared. Either way, you're feeding into the narrative that Jackson Dart needs to stop playing like so aggressively, and you're holding him back, which one is ruining his development. Also, the kid lost his number one wide receiver in the beginning of the season. His first game that he ever played with them, torn ACL. Then his star running back that was up and coming snaps his ankle in the second Eagles game. What would you like the kid to do? He's throwing a Theo Johnson, Darius Slayton, who have butter on their fingers, who drop great passes that are straight to their eyeballs, just dropping them straight on the ground. So I don't know where this whole narrative came from of trade Jackson Dart, get Mendoza, because I can't do it anymore. I can't even look at it anymore. I really can't. And I blame that clown Colin Cowherd because he has a platform and he uses it to push stupid takes like that so he can make his money. You are a disgrace, Colin Cowherd. You are a disgrace. I hope you see this. You won't, but I hope you see this and know that you are a shame. I hate you. Anyway, so next point.
Hate is such a strong word.
Slandering my poor rookie quarterback who's really out here doing the most that he can, who's getting pulled for concussion checks left and right after hurting his hip. Okay? Hip. Not head, hip. And then I got Mr. Giants fan 1495 telling me that we need to keep Brian Dable and trade Jackson Dart because he's had 5 concussions. What are we talking about? What are we doing? I'm just persuaded that people don't watch the games and people do it to get under my skin. But I see it all the time, all across these platforms, and I'm just lost. And yes, people were waiting for a game like this from Jackson Dart because he hasn't had one yet. However, I don't think Kafka is literally coaching him to his full potential. It's really disheartening because we already ruined a quarterback for 6 years here in New York, that we finally take a chance on a really decent one that Dable handpicked. And Dable has done pretty well with the quarterbacks that he has picked or that he has trained. So at this point, I would hope that Jackson Dart has the opportunity to be the guy. But these fans don't even want him to be the guy. He hasn't even played a full season with all of his stars yet, and they're like, trade him.
Yeah, and I just want to mention, I don't think Mendoza is a New York guy. I don't think he's made... Look, there's nothing wrong with being in touch with your emotions. Let's be absolutely clear.
Maybe he's finna be a Jet and fail there.
I mean, there's that.
2 seasons are gonna be running him out of town.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he works better in Las Vegas, but I doubt it. It just feels like look, nothing wrong with being in touch with your emotions, but in a city like New York, that's the type of stuff that will get you eaten alive. Am I wrong?
No, they're already trying to run Dart out, and he doesn't even say anything besides I gotta do better.
Yep. No. And look,
we're never gonna be happy, and I know we're not winning. The team has been horrible for years. Fans are tired. They're tired of spending hard-earned money on this stuff. For Mara to put this product out on the field, well, you know what? Fire Joe Shane at the end of the season, get a brand new staff, and let's get to work. Because I don't know what else we could do at this point.
So I will. Okay, so I'm gonna, and don't crucify me here, but I will play devil's advocate for 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
For who? Colin Cowherd? Because I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, we saw what happened in Chicago for years, right? We saw what happened. They would draft a quarterback, then they fire the head coach and most likely the GM the year after they draft this guy. It happened with Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields, Caleb Williams.
Fields is awful and has proved himself to be awful across multiple organizations. Mitch Trubisky, too. The only one who's actually had success is Caleb Williams because his head coach was fired last year. They bought in Ben Johnson, who clearly is turning that organization around. And look how Caleb's doing this year.
I'm just saying, usually when you bring in a new GM and head coach, sometimes you do get rid of a quarterback, even if the quarterback's decent, or you don't know if they're going to be decent because
Lucas,
usually
he hasn't even had a full year.
I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve a chance, but I'm just saying some head coaches like to bring in their guy. Am I wrong, fellas?
Okay, if bringing in their guy like Kafka. He hasn't had a full season to do that. Now, if they would have just kept Dable, if they would have kept him, then you could see what he wanted to do with Dart. Yeah. But they got rid of him.
Yeah.
And what were you supposed to do next? Now, Dart clearly is the guy because you move the picks to get this guy. So
yeah,
if
whoever you hire needs to be we'll build around this guy. If you don't bring in some people that don't believe in him, then it's not going to work.
Right. And honestly, if you take away if Neighbors was still here and Scottaboo was still here, and the team played better, what narrative would you have after that? One, they have their quarterback, they have their receiver, and then they have their running back. And then everything else would have just fell into place. Defense, you got one of the most expensive fronts there, no problem. All you have to do, move some pieces on the outside secondary linebacker, then you got something cooking. But everybody wants to spear the narrative that, oh, he's a bad quarterback. Look at what he's dealt.
I mean, look, if Wan'Dale Robinson is your best wide receiver right now, you're not going to succeed very well.
Right.
Well, the thing was,
one is on the shelf.
And the weeks that he had Dable, and even a little bit after, he was playing very, very well. Very well for a rookie quarterback, if not the best of the class at the time. But listen, I can't sit here and listen to narratives anymore of, well, they should trade Jackson Dart, get rid of him. The kid hasn't even been here for a full season yet, and hasn't even been able to have his receiver or anything like that. So I can't sit here and tell you that I would even remotely humor that.
Yeah. No.
And Mal, for that, if they're, and I had to learn this with Cowboys Nation, where I know that there's the true fans, and then I know that there's a zombie mob of Cowboys fans, where you're getting attacked by the zombie Guido giant mob on trying to get rid of this quarterback that, one, he really didn't play a full season yet, and they're already giving up on him. They're trying to spear this narrative. So the only thing I can tell you, Mal, is you got to block out the zombie noise, because all they're trying to do is get a rage bit out of you for it.
Absolutely.
I want you to do more understanding the team focus. Don't listen to Cowherd. Like, I really don't even listen to the 3-letter, 4-letter networks anymore.
Neither do I. Don't even listen to them. I just see them pop up.
Right. And when they try, we know it's for clicks, and it's not real true facts into it. Now, if they want to stat check us on that, so be it. I would love to go on their show and just stick it to them. But right now, they're trying to spear this narrative. I won't go into details on it, but I think just focus on the team part, all the fans and whatnot from there. Maybe step away from them, because they've already created this weird zombie mindset that you really don't have to listen to into it, because you touch base on the team very well, and that you hold that, because not many will do that. And if they're spearing this narrative of it, they're really not true football fans, because if you truly understand what goes into a team and how to build a team, then that's that. I think they're just busting their chops right now.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, I know that everybody's annoyed because we haven't been any good. We're not winning games, so they got to put blame on somebody, and they don't know who to blame anymore. They don't. So someone's got to take it.
How about this? Why don't they go to the Jets?
Yeah, I mean, they're no better.
Just go to the Jets.
They're no better.
If you're not a fan of them at their worst, why be a fan of them when they're at their best?
Mm-hmm. Let me jump in here, and I could speak on this from a fan of a quarterback who's always getting criticized
24/7
social media and on the networks. And I'm in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is very close, if not on the same level of sports fandom as New York. We're both diehards. Live and die by sports here, just like in New York. It was 3 weeks ago they were talking about benching Jalen Hurts. 3 weeks ago.
Literally, and here we are. 3 weeks.
The weird
it was 3 weeks ago. They were talking about Jalen Hurts going to the bench. This is what our sports fans, this is what, in this fast-paced sports content environment that we live in, this is what people talk about. You can't let that.
Reactionary.
You just can't let it drown everything else out.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart is your franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep.
By far. He's your franchise quarterback going forward. Whoever is your coach, they're going to be brought in to coach Jackson Dart. It's not the other way around. So whoever the coach they bring in, he's going to be a quarterback's coach. He's going to be offensive minded, and he's going to help Jackson Dart go to the next level. Hopefully they draft some more weapons for him. But I've seen Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart pretty much had his best game against the Eagles. He beat us. So I could see what the potential Jackson Dart is. He's JD6. We got a JD5, then we got a JD6.
I want to point out right before you said that we have every quarterback of the division has either the initial J or D in their initials.
JH1.
Well, also
JH1
like even recently, the amount of JD5 slander I've seen has been crazy.
Well, that's completely different. It's not because of his talent. It's just because of injuries and the organization not putting him in the right position.
No, but still in general, like it's just
and
even
honestly,
Dak,
Dart
Hurts, all of them.
Honestly, Dart, he basically, when he's hardly ever been like a running back based quarterback, he's been a pocket passer. He just has the running ability. Now that just shows the ill-advised like incompetence of Kafka in trying to really show what Dart can truly do. And yeah, that's till you figure out the coach there, and him coaching scared means he's probably he may not be here next season. So it's like
most likely not.
So you just gotta keep your head up. You know you're a true Giants fan, and those fans that are just spewing this false narrative, they're not right in the mindset. So yeah.
Yeah. I do want to note one thing. If I was Kafka, clearly you go to a 2 tight end set with Bellinger and Theo Johnson and just pray for the rest, because you still have, even though he's your number 2 running back, like Tyrone Tracy Jr. is still pretty good as a running back, and you just rely on 2 tight end sets, because Bellinger and Theo Johnson, while not elite, are two of your better pass catchers, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So that's what I would just do. Just focus on those type of sets, and just that's your best bet moving forward. But let's go ahead and go around the NFL.
All right,
top stories in the NFL.
Around the NFL, week 16, and we're going to talk about DK Metcalf.
Keep your hands to yourself.
There's a fine line between interacting with the crowd and just slapping somebody like they're Rick James.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
I'm shocked he didn't get thrown out in that game.
You guys made that reference.
He got hit with that 2-game suspension.
On their playoff run when they're not even guaranteed.
He got upheld, so...
He's basically suspended for the rest of the season, the last 2 games of the season, which really hurts the Pittsburgh Steelers a lot, actually. That's tough for them. But you got to restrain yourself. And there was a lot of talk about, well, the fan said something insulting towards DK, but there were some videos out there, and it didn't sound like the fan said anything inappropriate. No, he was
this isn't Ron Artest and the Palace of Auburn Hills, okay? This is not that.
Palace,
the Mouse of the Palace.
Yeah, this isn't that. No, he was trolling him, and DK got to restrain himself in that situation.
I think he just called him by his full name, right? Like the full government.
I don't even know, but
I think it was. I think he just called him by his full name.
That's not what it is.
He got annoyed to slap a person.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that's what he did.
He said, "What the 5 fingers say to the face?" Hey, see, we got it. We got it.
Cold blood, bang bang.
Yeah.
King Kong ain't got.
Hey, because he said front hand or backhand.
Because
he got front hand though.
Because we live in 2025, and trolls get rewarded. This guy will probably get a lawyer, probably get some money from it, which is a shame. But that's the world we live in now.
Is it a shame though? A pro athlete cannot keep his composure long enough, and you get slapped. Look,
honestly,
I say get your money.
Hey, if you want to be known as a troll,
but you just said that he didn't say anything outrageous. If he didn't say anything outrageous, now if he said a racial slur or derogatory term, by all means, no, don't get your money. But based off what you said. I haven't looked at the videos or anything. I'm not really I don't really care about the Steelers. You already all know why, but
you know what? I'm glad they beat Detroit though.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care. Sure. I don't want the Steelers getting into the playoffs. So
you got to root for Shadur next week. Root for Shadur and then root for Lamar, and then you get your wish.
Good.
Speaking of Lamar,
I'm already
good. He says good.
Speaking of Lamar, he had another back injury.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that was like right in the middle of that game too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you expect to happen after he's been carrying the team for all this year?
I'm
just
gagged that the Patriots almost lost to Tyler Huntley. Pro Bowl Tyler Huntley, might I add.
Man, Tyler, I think Shador's one of the top voted people in. I say kids because he's younger.
Wait, final question before we move on. John Harbaugh, out or in next season for the Ravens head coach?
That is a tough call.
He's in.
You think
I
he's
think he needs to have one more bad season before you kick him out. But because
Ravens fans are calling for his head, man. They want him gone.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, he first off, he's like the tied for the longest tenured coach in the NFL. Secondly, he has a ring. Like that's
Harbaugh.
Yeah. He beat his brother.
Yeah, I thought Tomlin had the longest run as a coach. No, is it Andy Reid or Tomlin?
No, Tomlin and Harbaugh started the same year, I think, right? JT?
I think they did, yeah.
Andy Reid came in like 98.
Wait, what you talking about? No, with the same team.
Same team. Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
Same team? I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Real quick. You watch a lot of Ravens games. Is it me or is it every big game that the Ravens have? Mark Andrews does something stupid.
Yeah, he's an idiot. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean that respectfully. Sorry, Mark. You won't listen to this, so you won't hear that. But
hey, never say never.
Hey, listen. I don't think he's going to dabble into the NFC East. But hey, listen. Anyway, if you're watching this, Mark, mad respect, love you.
I'm hoping that his fellow tight end joins my team. Just saying.
Well, I was just going to say, I think the Ravens. I don't fault them for giving him a contract because he has really good chemistry with Lamar. I think they paid the wrong tight end. I think they should have let Mark go in free agency, and I think they should have extended Likely. However, I think they'll wind up regretting that. We'll see. More to come.
I mean, Likely, like him, and I think Kyle Pitts are the two big names at tight ends. Kyle Pitts is going to get paid.
You forgot about my tight end.
Kyle Pitts is going to get paid.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert.
How so?
Have you not seen? Have you not seen the last couple games? He's been on.
Now the question is, do you pay him as a tight end or a receiver?
Oof.
If it was up to him, he would give receiver money more.
I think anyone would take that.
Yep.
He's basically a receiver. He's not really a tight end. He's just he
lines
up
a 4-4, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
The cop is good.
He's leaning like a receiver, but he's a tight end.
They just place him there because he's big, but honestly, he should be playing wide receiver. But look, I mean, if the Commanders can get him, I'm not going to say no.
Atlanta will pay him.
Yeah, they'll pay him. No, but Isaiah Likely is going to be the big name because I just don't think the Ravens are going to invest that much money into two tight ends.
RB duo. I want number 7.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about free agency after the Eagles lose in the playoffs at some point.
Okay.
Look, man, stop. Look,
GG's.
Lucas, just let whatever happens happens. Don't talk too early. Just let it happen.
Okay, all right. Let's get to JT's favorite part, though.
Not when I got to talk about this team, but all right, it's time for who's that football player? Maurice, what do you say for the Eagles?
Go Birds.
There you go. All right. This player played for the Philadelphia Eagles back in the 1967 season.
I'm out.
Okay. All right. This player had 26 receptions for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns. Career awards: Hall of Famer, high reward, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro Bowler, AP Rookie of the Year, 1-time NFL champ, 1-time Super Bowl champion. Mal, as well as myself, who's that football player?
Bro, I don't know. 1967.
You're out.
That's 30 years before I was born.
JT, who you got?
I wrote this down. Now, I understood. He's a... I assume this player has 3 championships, but Is it Mike Ditka?
You are correct.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't know how he got it.
I feel ashamed. Mike Ditka played for the Eagles?
Yes, he did. He played one season with the Eagles.
He actually played with the Dallas Cowboys, won the Super Bowl in the 70s.
I did know that. I did not know he played for the Eagles.
He also won the Super Bowl as part of the coaching as well as the Chicago Bears.
I would have never gotten that because I did not even know Ditka played for the Eagles.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple Hall of Fame players that had a stint with the Eagles that you probably never even knew about. Like Art Monk played with the Eagles.
I did know that.
Mark Bavaro played with the Eagles.
Did know that too.
Yeah. So
Saquon Barkley, here we go. Adoree Jackson.
This
Hall of Famer Adoree.
This how cool it was. Mike Ditka, he played with the Cowboys back in the 1971 season. They won their first championship. Mm-hmm. And then in 1977, they won their second championship. He was an assistant coach on that team. And his third championship was with the Bears with their historical defense in 85. And they had the Bears shuffle. So, dude's a legend. Respect.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, no, I purposely made sure not to leave his coaching accolades on because I feel like that would have been a giveaway.
It would have been.
Don't worry. I already knew.
He already knew.
He already knew. Of course he did. All right, so that being said.
Poll question?
Poll questions.
Poll question. What is your favorite? This one's a good one for Earl. What is your favorite Dallas Cowboys uniform? Primary white, 0% of voters. Navy blue, classic, or all white Arctic? All white Arctic won with 42% of votes. I voted for
I like the navy blue ones.
Because they feel cursed when they wear them. But
yeah,
I do like the throwback that they have with the white on the side with the blue star.
Mm-hmm.
I have that jersey.
Yeah, you wore last week, right?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah. And the one for the Arctics, I like that. I like it's a little different, but it has the blue stars on the shoulders. Now, I would want them, and Dallas Cowboys, I hope you listen to this, do that jersey, but flip the colors. So do the navy with the white shoulders, with the star, with the blue outline into it. Y'all might not know it. I'll send you a picture of it, but they wore it on Thanksgiving against the football wizard people back on Thanksgiving many moons ago.
Football wizard people.
Yep, football wizard people. Yeah, okay.
I like the white Arctic uniforms. Keep them. But, yeah, and speaking of the matchup, too, with the football wizard people, they're doing the white Arctic helmet with the white pants and then the navy blue jersey. It's okay, but I would have rather had the Arctic white for it, but I also know that Washington's playing in their throwback. So
yeah, also, unofficial. Obviously, but this guy has gotten plenty of predictions with jerseys white right before, in terms of NFL changing jerseys and stuff. And I can't remember if I can even pull this up, but I'm following him on Twitter through our account, and basically, and I think I shared it with you guys. I'm not sure if I did or not, but basically, can I even see it? I don't think I can see it. He was basically saying how there's a decent chance, and I want to get him credit, but I don't know. I can't find his stuff. Thought I liked it. I guess not. He basically said something along the lines of Commanders will switch to the Super Bowl era whites next season. Now I thought this was happening in 2 seasons, but he's predicting as a permanent, and they're going to have a burgundy alternative with it too. They're going to be switching that
would be a step closer to bringing like the old school Washington back.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I don't think the name's ever coming back. I doubt the logo is, but if we can
put a spear up there.
Well, I mean, look, if we did a spear with the that would be cool. And I think it wouldn't be like a Native American spear. I think it would be like a Spartan spear, which yet again, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
that's
just
fine.
modernize it.
Yeah,
I think it would
put a W with a spear. That's fine. That would be cool, right? So, like, you know, as long as you don't make it cheesy looking, but it'd be hard, right?
I still think with the helmet, if they did like that burgundy there and put like the feather at the very top, but have it like
they did
across.
that. So they actually did that like back in the 60s. It just didn't look right. I've seen the helmet.
You gotta modernize it.
I'm just saying. Anyway, not the point here. But basically, yeah, no. I mean, that's what he's predicting. Yet again, we'll see. Like I said, I suspect based off of what Rio and or Rio Robinson, friend of the podcast, as well as Lake Lewis, friend of the podcast, have said in the past, I expect that change to happen in 2027, not 2026. But who knows? I could be wrong. They you know, it'd be cool if it happened next year. That's all I'm going to say.
Question: do they keep the all black unis?
I think if it was my choice, I am not saying that I'm predicting anything, but if it was my choice, I would change the all black unis, get rid of the numbers on the side of the helmet, make it like a red and like a dark burgundy red W with like a yellow outline, and then like I don't know if you change the colors or not, but I think there are some things that you can do with that all black uniform that would make it look better than what it is.
Okay, I'll say this. I'm in the creative mindset, and I love the different style of uniforms. Mm-hmm. But if they do decide to revert back to the Super Bowl era uniforms, maybe they could do that in all black.
I think there's a way to do that. I don't know exactly how you would do that, but there is a way. I also think if you go back to the, you know, white uniforms, you know, obviously this year we have the red burgundy pants, but, you know, there are some years that we've had the golden pants instead of the burgundy pants. I think that would be a cool look too. But, you know, that's another conversation for another day. That's an off-season topic.
Oh, and another thing, Maurice, they need to bring back the Easter Peep uniforms for y'all.
Easter Peeps?
Yeah, no, when you guys were like founded in the 1920s.
Oh, that was hideous. That was the worst throwbacks I've ever seen.
They had the Michigan like wings on there too.
No, don't ever bring them back. Yeah. They still have them on Madden. I'm like, take it off Madden. What you got to do on Madden?
Nah, keep them. They're a staple. It reminds me of Peeps.
Don't bring the Easter. Let's get to Christmas first.
So, in the meantime, that pretty much wraps things up. And honestly, we've been on here long enough to wrap things up. So let's go ahead and do that now. Whoever's doing it.
Oh, I think it's me.
Okay.
All right. So we just wanted to thank everybody for listening this week. Wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays when you do listen to this episode. Christmas. We couldn't do this whole entire thing without you guys. We appreciate you. We're thankful for you. So thank you guys. Make sure you have a great time with your families. Lesson of this pod, don't listen to narratives. Create your own opinions, guys. Stand on business.
Yes.
Don't let any stupid media people tell you how to think or feel. We love our teams. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But also make sure you listen to us too, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah. No, listen to us. Listen to us. We know what we're talking about. We know ball.
Yeah.
Trust us. Listen to us. Drink your eggnog.
Trust us with your team.
And chill and vibe. Yeah, trust us with your team. Trust us with everything NFC East related. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where you can find our exclusive episodes. I'm MYG Forecast with Mal, Philly Cooking with Maurice, DC Football 101 with Lucas, and Barbershop Talk with Earl. You can find those exclusive episodes there. And make sure you subscribe to us on all of our platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast. And make sure you follow us on all of our socials at 14 Rings and NFC East Podcast. Bye, y'all. Go Big Blue and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all. DC
Feliz Navidad.
Shout out to Champs. Go Birds.
First round exit.
Let's go.